Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic, and it's quite a while since we featured a puzzle by Walking Writer, who was at one point a relatively prolific contributor as a constructor to the site. But he's got back in touch again. He's semi-retired now. He's a fraction older than me, and if you saw my birthday Sudoku a couple of days ago, you know roughly how old that makes him. And he's come up with a puzzle that involves XVs and perfect squares. So maybe a compliment to Simon's Roots puzzle. Oh, my goodness. Anyway, I'm going to be having a look at this today. Don't forget that on Patreon, we've got the Rostam, the Labours of Rostam hunt. Very popular. There's not many days left. 20th it has to be in, but I do have a go. And good luck to you if you are going to attempt that. Do join us on Patreon, where there's also crossword and connections videos and all sorts. So we welcome you there. There's all of our apps. They feature Domino Sudoku, of course, and they feature Fog of War Sudoku and The Worms by James Sinclair and Marty Sears. And we've got SVEN'S SUDOKU PAD linked under the video, so you can check all of those out, along with the catalogue of all our puzzles, the Discord server, Snailmail address, all sorts of things. Do have a look. But the first link in that description field is to You're Such a Square by Walking Writer. And here come the rules. Normal Sudoku rules apply. 1 to 9 in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. Digits along a diagonal cannot repeat a marked diagonal, so the two long diagonals. Digits separated by an X sum to 10, digits separated by a V sum to 5. Not all XV pairs are shown. Numbers in a cage. Numbers in a cage must be a perfect square. I think we can assume when it's two cells, we're reading from left to right. And each perfect square can be used only once. So they're all unique perfect squares. Right, give this a try. I think we did something involving unique instances of perfect squares not long ago, but I don't think it was quite like this. Anyway, give it a try. I'm going to start now. Let's get cracking. So, these are all low digits. So I'm just going to blue those cells. They're all from 1, 2, 3, 4. The one cell squares are the digits 1, 4, and 9, which are the only Sudoku digits that are perfect squares. And we're not allowed to repeat a square, so that's what they must be. Now, I think there are probably exactly 6 two-cell squares, which are, and let's keep our eye on this X cage, they are 25 adds up to 7, 36 adds up to 9, 49 adds up to 13, 64 adds up to 10, 81 adds up to 9, and I've run out of them because I didn't start correctly. I should have started with 16, which only adds up to 7. So this one is 64, the only one that adds up to 10. The others, let's just think about this again. Sorry, they're 16, 25, 49, 64. No, we've had 64, 36, 16, 25, 36, 49, and 81. I'm not going to pencil mark everything. Let's figure out what's going on. That is a 2-3 pair because we've had 4 in the box. That is a 2-3 pair because we've had 4 in the row. No, don't know about that. This cell sees all of 1, 4, and 9 because it's on diagonals with them. So what were my 5 remaining squares, and what are their units digit? 16, that is possible. 25, that's also possible. Oh, 36, that is annoyingly also possible. 49 is ruled out because that can't be 9, and 81 is ruled out because it can't be 1. So at least we got a little bit of restriction. Oh, also, this is looking at a 1, 2, 3, 4 quad in the column. Hadn't thought about that. And that means this is not 1, 2, 3, or 4. So it's a square higher than 36 and higher than 49. And we've had 64. So this one must be 81. Good. This one ends in not 1, 2, 3, 4, or 8. So we had 16, 25, and 36. They're still all possible. And 49 is possible here as well. Bother. Okay, that 81, what does that rule out from here? This can't now be 16. Oh, in fact, that can't be a 1 anymore. So this can't be 16. It could be 25. It could be 36, I think. Yes, it could be 49. No, it can't be 49. Right, this cell also sees all of these three. So it can't be 1, 4, or 9. So it is 25 or 36. Can't be 49. I've missed one out. 16. Oh, it can't be that. So it is 25 or 36. This one also ends in 5 or 6. They're on the same diagonal. So they're going to use the one ending in 5, which is 25. And they're going to be using one of the squares ending in 6. Now, this can't be the other square ending in 6 because this cell sees both of those, and they're now a 5, 6 pair. So this can't be the other one ending in 6. This must be the other one ending in 6, either 16 or 36. Now, this becomes a 5, and it's 25. This becomes a 6, and we know this one isn't 16. So that one's 36. This one's 16, and this square is 49. That lets us take 9 out of that cell. Now, loads of Sudoku. So this is a 1, 4 pair because 3 is gone. We know the order because of this. This is now a 2, 3 pair, and this is a 1, 4 pair, and we know the order because of the 1 here. That 2 is looking across here. Let's get rid of the coloring on all of these things because I know something about this V as well. That is a 2, 3 pair because there's a 4 in the column. Indeed, this digit is a 1. And that means this pair on the left side is a 4, 9 pair. Right, that is loads done now. Now, this X doesn't use 1, 2, or 3. That is a 4, 6 X. This X doesn't use 1 or 2. That is either 3, 7 or 4, 6. If it's 3, 7, the 3 must go at the bottom. If it's 4, 6 because of this, the 4 must go at the bottom. That's the remaining X, which can't have a 4 or a 6 on it. Other than that, not so helpful. Okay, we've got a 7 and a 9 to place in the central column. 2, 3, 4, 9. We need to put a 1 in this box, and those are all ruled out. So we get a 1 over in box 4. One of those two is a 1. Maybe the diagonals will sort out the last couple of 1s. No, we don't need the diagonals. Well, actually, I can't sort out the last couple of 1s. They're in those. And this could be 1, 9 as far as I can see. Right. What have we got? We've got a 9 in one of those cells. And a 5 in one of those cells. That is a 9, 5 pair. This is a 7, 8 pair. This digit is a 6. We need a 4. Sorry, I'm in the wrong mode. 6 there, 4 on the diagonal now. And that looks up to this cell. So we get 9 there, 4 there. All the squares are done in this puzzle. Fully done. Good. And what's that telling us? I don't know. 6, 4, 1, 2, 3, 5 in this row. There we go. And then a 7, 8, 9 triple. This digit is a 3. This is a 6, 7, 8 triple. We know where the 6 goes. 7 and 8 are the only two digits not placed in the final column. That 3 is looking at this cell. I hadn't seen that. Now, the diagonal. 1, 3, 5, 4, 6 are placed. 2, 7, 8, 9 to go. not actually useful yet. How about this diagonal? 9 can't be there. 9, 5, 4, 6, 1. It's a very similar set of digits. This can't be 2 or 3, so that's 7 or 8. And that's a 7-8 pair. And these two are a 2-3 pair. And that's an X-wing on 2s. That means that the 2s for rows 2 and 3 have been used up in these two pairs of cells. And the 2 in row 1 can't be in box 1 or box 2 and must be here. Okay, back to this diagonal. 2, 7, 8, 9 still to place. Right, that is now not a 2. So it's 7, 8 or 9. One of these two is a 2. And there's another X-wing now with the 2s over here. So the 2 in the bottom row must be in one of those 3 cells. And that one is telling me that it must be here. Now, what is on this X? This is going to be very key to unlocking the rest of the secrets of this puzzle. If this is a 2, that's 8, that's 1. If this is a 1, that's 9, that's 2. I can't really see anything to distinguish between those possibilities, so I'm just going to carry on trying to solve without thinking about that. I've got 4, 5, 7 still to place in the top row. The first one can't be a 4. 9, 2, 3. We need a 6 in one of these two cells. Oh, that is a 7, 8 pair. Is that any use? No, not really. Could I eliminate that being 7, 8 or 9? No, absolutely not. I don't know. Am I just looking for too many shortcuts? Okay, here's something. 3 can't be in those cells, so it's in one of those two. So we've got another X-wing of the 3s used up in rows 7 and 8. The 3 in row 9 must be in one of these two. Probably not going to do anything else. Oh no, 6 must also be in those cells because of the placement of 6s. So let's look at this bottom row. We've now got 5, 7, 8, 9 to place. Which is the same digits we have to place in this box. What does that mean? That means these two will be the same as these two. I don't think that's helpful enough at the moment. Okay, let's have another look here. 4, 3, 6. We've got 1 and 2 somewhat confined. 9 can't be there. So it could be on the X with a 1. Or it might not be. 6 is in one of those two cells. 4 is in one of those two. 4, 6, 2, 3, 1. So again, these are from 5, 7, 8, 9, which I think is fairly obvious anyway. And that's not resolving anything for me. So I might have to colour 7s and 8s or something. Let's get rid of those yellow bits. Is that going to carry on? Can I link colouring those two to colouring these 3? Probably not, and certainly not to colouring those two. So maybe that's not what to do. These digits can't be 1s, so they're from 5, 7, 8. We definitely need, we need a 4 in this box, and it's only got 1 cell because of the diagonal. Right, so that's a 4. This now isn't a 4, and the 4 in box 2 has to be here. That's going to place the 6 in box 2. Oh, this is a bit more straightforward. Good. That gives me 6 here. That gives me 1 in box 1. That gives me 1 in box 7, and the 1 in box 7 is very helpfully on the X. So that's a 9. This is now where 2 goes on the diagonal. These two digits on the diagonal are a 7, 8 pair. Now I could colour my 7 and 8s, but maybe I don't even need to. What have I got left in box 3 where there's already a 7, 8 pair? I've got 5 and 9. Are you advising me to colour the 7, 8s? Okay, let's try it then. we'll go red versus yellow. So on the diagonals, we get yellow there, red there. That gives me yellow, red, yellow. I'm not sure if this is going to tell me anything. But let's keep going for a moment, if we can. I don't know. I don't know. Is 8 up there has a colour? Oh, that's a 7-8 pair. So this is 9. That's blindingly obvious. Didn't need to colour to do that, but it did help. Now, we can't have 7 in those cells. The 7, no, 7 in this column is either red or yellow up top. 3, 8, 6, 1, 4. These digits are from 5, 7, 9. That one can't be 7 because red and yellow are both in the row. Now I might end up colouring 5s and 9s against each other. I'm sure this may well not be necessary, but I've kind of got locked into it. 7 there means 7's in one of these two cells. But actually, the sort of double X-wing told me that 7 and 8 were in these cells. That digit is 5 or 9. Okay, it is time to colour 5s against 9s. Bright green against blue. Let's just see if anything happens with those. Blue there. That didn't really... One of those is bright, is blue. I mean, one each of those is blue. Do the diagonals do anything? Oof, no, I don't think they do. Oh, that 9 is just Sudoku, looking at that digit, which is a 5. Right, that's going to be huge. That gives me 7 at the top, 5 here. Sorry to be slow. That must be 9 now. And blue is 9. I mean, I didn't need the colouring. I could have done this by ordinary looking and scanning, but I'm scanning like a stormtrooper today. 5 and 8 are left to place in box 1. Now, yellow becomes an 8 in this column, so I can do all those as 8s. In fact, I could get rid of the colour. I can do these as 7s and get rid of the colour. Get rid of the colour out of those cells also. And really, we're just finishing off now. 5, that's an 8-9 pair. This is a 3-5 pair. Don't know the order. This is a 7-9 pair. I do know the order this time. That 9 looks at the 8-9 pair. We've got 3-6 there. This can't be 8 anymore. And this can't be 7. Only one place for 7 in column 1. This is 3 or 5. We must be sort of done now. I believe it's very straightforward, and as soon as I see 7 is looking at that digit, something's up down here. Right, the 3-6 pair tells me that's a 5 and that's an 8. That's what's up down there. 5 and 8. The 6 we've got here sorts out the 3-6 pair. That sorts out 3 and 2. There would have been an alternative way of doing that if I'd spotted the other digit that was contributing to disambiguate the pattern. But as it is, we're there now. And that is the solution. So well done if you got to that quicker than I did. There's every chance of that today. 16 minutes and 6 seconds. Some nice stuff with how the units digits especially dispose themselves near the start, and spotting how many digits those 149 saw, both of those for instance. And a lovely neat puzzle as usual by Walking Writer, once known as Tom Presto, but for the last 4 years or so Walking Writer. And thank you very much for following us on the channel. It's always a pleasure to have your company, and we very much hope to see you again tomorrow. Bye for now.